Now, a story you do not want to miss, a story that literally came to us off the street this afternoon. We were asked to help a Nanaimo man locate something very, very precious to him. And when you hear his story, we expect your heart will melt. Our Shachi Curl joins us now with more. Shachi.
Hudson, sometimes you come across a story, very rarely, that will melt or soften even a hardened journalist. And that's what happened when we heard the tale of Bob Hagelund and Joyce Hook.
I met her by looking through a window of a store, and she was a cashier, and I instantly fell in love.
How long does love take? For Bob Hagelund, it happened in an instant. How long does love last? For Bob Hagelund, it has been 45 years. Hagelund is now 70 years old, lives in Nanaimo, and is searching for his long-lost love, a woman named Joyce Hook.
Once in my life, I've been in love. Not twice, not 1.5 times, just once. It's her.
He met her in 1965 at a coffee shop halfway around the world in Melbourne, Australia. They had but one conversation. It lasted 3 hours. His feelings for her would last the rest of his life.
I know that was the girl I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
But as with all love stories, the next act brought heartache. They were separated. He promised to come back for her. She promised to write, only her letter was lost for 3 years. And in the days before cell phones, text messages, or email, their budding relationship was lost to time and space.
And yes, Joyce, I'm still desperately seeking you, and perhaps always will.
In all those years, Bob hasn't been able to let go. Only now others are reaching out. Angela Hemeon is a 24-year-old UVic student and friend of Bob. She read a letter he wrote in hopes of finding Joyce and sent it to the cast of The Buried Life, an MTV show about tying up life's loose ends, featuring 4 Vancouver Island guys, including Johnny Penn.
And then I thought, you know, it's worth a shot sending it along, so I did.
Both came to us today looking for help finding Joyce.
It just made me sad for him to live his whole life with that regret. And he didn't share it until recently, so it's always been on his mind.
We were blown away by this letter, and then to see that it's from our home, you know, it just made it all the more beautiful. And so you kind of feel like sometimes love like this doesn't exist anymore.
Bob doesn't have a photograph of Joyce, but what she was wearing that fateful day is burned in his mind.
It was a soft green sweater, I think he said, and a dark green sweater over the chair, and she had a chain. He just remembers her playing with it.
So if you're watching here on Vancouver Island or anywhere else in cyberspace, Bob is looking for Joyce Hook. She was 19 in 1965. She may be living in the UK or Australia. And if you know her, if you can help, tell us. Now, Hudson, Bob says he realizes Joyce may be married or no longer alive or not interested in a reunion, but he says an answer, any answer, is better than not knowing after all these years.
Well, we hope we can help unite Bob and Joyce and help the folks out, the good guys on The Buried Life.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Shachi, thank you.
You're welcome.